Hello, frugal friends. Welcome back to the channel. Now, today we're going to be looking at Deuteronomy 5 through 7. This is our weekly word. Now, this week, my husband and I visited a church, and they were having a Black History celebration. And the youth performed and the children performed, and they did a beautiful job. And most of the sermon was, towards the youth and the children. A lot of the ladies were adorned in African attire. And the lady that we sat next to, she was in her African attire. She had on a beautiful green dress with a beautiful green head wrap. And when I sat next to her, I said, "You just look beautiful," because she did. But as the pastor was preaching, he was preaching to the children, thou shalt honor thy mother and father, so that your days shall be long upon this earth. And but she wanted me to see Deuteronomy 6, and she had it highlighted and everything. So when I got home, I read it, and this is what it says: "And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto the children, and shalt talk to them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou layest down, and when thou risest up." And so, she was anointed. She was a truly anointed woman. That was part of the beauty. But it reminded me of raising my children in my home, and how, that's how I raised them. That's how I brought them up to know Christ, to follow Christ, but I had to share with them. I couldn't just, tell them these the rules, this, that, and the other. I had to actually sit with them and tell them about Jesus, and about what Jesus had done in my life, and about what I had lived through and been through, and how far Jesus had brought me, and that you can always turn to God. He is always there for you. And so I remember bringing them up with that. And sometimes when they get to be a teenager, that part can get a little rough. But if you're raising them up and you get into those teenage years, you hang in there. You hang in there. Because I raised a few myself. But just keep sharing the word of God with them, and keep pointing them in the right direction. And that's what the Bible tells us to do. So thank you guys for spending some time with me today. And as always, be blessed.